forgot to change the stream title. Give me a second. Oops. Sorry about that. Hi, Tato. Congrats on getting first again. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing alright. Okay. Now did it save? Yep. Okay. Hi, Tato. Sorry, I forgot to change the stream title.
But I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a good week and hope you had a good weekend. So there will be no streams on Tuesday and Wednesday. Most likely Wednesday. I don't know, definitely not Tuesday.
Definitely not Tuesday. Because Tuesday is Christmas Eve and Wednesday is Christmas. Have plans for like dinner with extended family on Tuesday, so probably will not be streaming that night. But we will be streaming tomorrow and Thursday, and the rest of the week after that. We should probably get this schedule set up here. So I kind of want to play Digimon tomorrow. I kind of want to play Digimon tomorrow, but I know Tuesdays. Excuse me, sorry. Our Tuesdays are, it's hard sentence, are our Digimon nights. So, you know. Hey, Leo Kong, you want some switches? Alright, let me drink some water real quick. But how are you, Tato? How are you, Liu Kang? Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you're doing well. Hope you got something yummy to eat today. Alright. There you go, Leo Kong. Hope those switches are okay for you, dear. Thank you for the redeem. Thank you. Okay, so we need to figure out what we want to play tomorrow. This Thursday, if I remember to install it over the holiday break, we can start Monster Hunter Stories. the remaster or whatever of the first game, the first Stories game. We beat Stories 2 earlier this year, which feels like forever ago, but I think that was February, March when we finished that game. So it's been a good while. But I think I really want to play Digimon. I don't want to have to wait another week to play it, but Tuesdays is our Digimon nights. Mooney. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me pull my notes real quick. Hi Mooney, I'm sorry. You read as the ad break started. I'm sorry. I'll get your redeems. You're good girl after the ad break, unless you can hear me through the ad break. If you don't get the ads. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the water. Hi Grid. How are you? Hope you're doing alright, Grid. Good to see you. Ready for this? Ready for what? Ready for what? You're good? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Okay. So I also kind of want to play Monster Hunter. Reading. This is kind of a spur of the moment thing. If you go to the doctor tomorrow. Oh. Oh, it's no good, Mooney. I'm sorry. I hope you're. I hope it's okay. I hope you're alright. What? I don't know what am I supposed to say to that? What am I supposed to say to that? I hope you didn't break your tailbone. That probably sucks. Because, you know, you can fall and break that thing and... Anyway. So, okay, so Mooney can hear me. So, yeah, Mooney can hear me. Alright. The ads are so... They're all over the place. I don't understand. Anyway. Hi, Ninetale. Well, I hope your checkups go well, Mooney. Oh, I see. If Lexi were here, she'd have clipped that. Well, I hope that it gives you a little brevity. Hi, Ninetale. How are you, sweetheart? Hope you're doing okay. Why threaten? Why threaten? Oh, the Umbreon's got a boo-boo. Seemingly. Alright, let me get you a good girl. I hope it's alright. I hope everything's alright. So you slept? Okay. Alright. You're just coming down for the day? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I understand.
Mooney. Mooney. You're a very, very good girl.
clearing my throat. Good girl, Mooney. Good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Very, very good girl. Such a good girl you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Such a good girl. Good girl, Mooney. Good girl. Yes, you are. Look at you being such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. There you go, Mooney. Thank you for the redeem, and I sincerely hope that your doctor checkups go well tomorrow. I'm sorry you have to go the day before Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. That's no fun. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon. I hope you're not in excruciating pain. I see it, Ninetale. I see it. Don't lick me. Don't lick the Twinkie either. Don't lick the Twinkie. No. Give me 30. Ninetale. Don't lick the pillows either. No. No. Fall, not break something. Yeah, I think if you broke something, you would know. Especially in that region. Especially in that region. My sister was at like a church camp out thing, and she apparently the building that they were staying in, the stairs were just bare concrete. They were like running up the stairs or something, and she like jammed her foot into the step, and she like broke something in her foot, and didn't know, and she just toughed it out for like 3 days, until her foot got really swollen, and then they had to send her home. I don't know. I guess it depends on the person. She's fine now. That was like 2 years ago, maybe longer. Yeah, it probably depends on the person's pain tolerance. I don't know if I have a pain tolerance. I don't know if I do. Maybe. If I know where the pain's coming from, I'm okay. I'm okay. Why are you licking the dust bunny, Ninetale? What are you doing? But good to see you, Ninetale. Hope you've been well. Alright. I hope you get some good sleepies, Mooney. Hope you get some good sleepies. I hope that your fall wasn't too far, Mooney. Because, a fall can be scary depending on, how old the person is and all that. So, I hope it wasn't that bad. It doesn't sound like it was that bad. But, I don't know. Anyway, we can stop talking about that if you don't mind. Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. It being about your tuchus is flustering me for some reason. It was while you were walking down the hallway. Okay. A potato peel? Why was there a potato peel in the hallway? Okay, I'm glad it wasn't down some stairs. I'm glad it wasn't down the stairs. Okay. Anyway. Let me drink some water. Get your good girl, Ninetale. You don't know? You promise? Well, I'm not like judging you for there being a potato peel in the hallway. Our hallway is hardwood. And if you're wearing like a nice clean pair of socks going down the hall, well, besides my sister's dirty clothes are all over the hall, so I guess you could slip on those. He was your mother? Oh, okay. Anyway, here's your good girl, Ninetale. What's some cute Pokemon emotes, Ninetale? What are some cute Pokemon emotes you got there? Are they all from the same person? Oh, okay. Those are pretty cute. The Bellsprouts. kind of scary. Flareon? Yeah, there's Flareon in Ninetale. And a Cubone that I thought was a person standing in front of a... Because from this distance, looking at my monitor, it looks like a person, because his eye, like his closed eye, looks like a face, and then the shadow of the skull on his face looks like hair. So it looks like somebody holding like a bowl of salad standing in front of like a weird cardboard cutout thing or something. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway. Anyway.
Ninetale. You're a very, very good girl. You're a very good girl, Ninetale. A very, very good girl. Sorry if my voice is scratchy. Sorry. You're a very, very good girl, Ninetale. And I'm very, very proud of you. You work very, very hard. I'm very, very proud of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with me on those streams. Thank you for chatting and lurking. Thank you. And thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think it makes the world a better place, in my humble opinion anyway. Oh, sorry. I think my throat's a little phlegmy or gunky because we had cheesy potato soup for dinner. Sorry, that was really gross. Sorry. Good girl, Ninetale. Good girl. Good girl, Ninetale. Good girl. Good girl. Very, very proud of you, Ninetale. Good girl.
Sorry for the mic noises.
Good girl, Ninetale, good girl. Such a good girl. Yes, you are such a good girl. Good girl, Ninetale, good girl. Good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Very proud of you, good girl.
There you go, Ninetale. Okay, give me 1 second to blow my nose real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Alright. Yeah, those are pretty cute emotes, Ninetale, you always have such cute emotes. You have such cute emotes. Okay, so I really want to play Digimon tomorrow. I do. But Digimon is our Tuesday game, and I don't want the people that tune in on Tuesdays for Digimon to miss anything. I also don't really feel like playing Space Marine 2 tomorrow because it's like before the holiday break. I don't really want to play tomorrow. I don't really want to play tomorrow. So we might do a poll, maybe. We could just play do a little chill stream. We haven't played Power Wash Simulator in a while. All right, we'll do a poll. If nobody votes, I'll just put. I'll figure it out. Okay. We'll play tomorrow. Digimon. And Toto, you want some switches? Okay. Okay. Wobble Dogs. Wash Sim. Monster Hunter. And I'll put Atlas on there. Do I want to play? I don't know if I want to play Atlas tomorrow. I guess we could play Stardew. Sure. Put that on there. Alright. It'll be like a 2-minute poll. It'll cost 150 additional dust bunnies to vote. Per additional vote beyond the first. There you go. There's the poll. Vote, please. Alright, and Toto, here's your pictures. There's your speeches and Toto. Thank you for the redeem. Thank you. You are a good boy. Okay, Cred. Okay.
Cred, you're a very, very good boy. You're a very good boy, Cred. You're a very, very good boy. I'm very proud of you, Cred. You work very, very hard. I'm very, very proud of you. Okay, nobody voted the vote. That's fine. For a second. Grand, you're a very good boy. Grand, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and joining and spending time with me on the streams. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Very good boy. Very good boy. Such a good boy. Very good boy. Thank you, Windows Defender Summary. Thank you for always giving me like a heart attack. Thank you. Thank you. Good boy, good boy. Good boy. Good, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. Makes the world a better place, in my humble opinion.
such a good boy. You are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Such a good boy. You are. Yes, you are such a very, very good boy. Mwah. Good boy. Good boy, Crit. Good boy. Mwah. Mwah. Good boy. Good boy. Mwah. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Mwah. Okay. There you go, Crit. Thank you for the redeem tier. Thank you. I hope that was alright for you. Thank you. Okay, so should we play Monster Hunter tomorrow? Excuse me, sorry. Goodness gracious. Sorry if I'm burpy. Tonight, we had cheesy potato soup for dinner, and it makes me burpy and gassy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was wonderful. I'm glad. I hope we get some good sleepies, Crid. I just need to set up the stream schedule for this week. World. Okay, Toto. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Alright, then on Thursday, the 26th, starting Monster Hunter. There's 2 Monster Hunter stories. I don't know which is which. It's fine. Okay. Changes. Then on Saturday, let's see. What was the next game for this week? I don't remember what Sega game was next. I don't remember. Hi, Brad. Hi, sweetheart. How are ya? How you doing? Good to see you. What's the game? What game is next? I don't know what game. Whatever. I'll just put retro on the schedule. So this Saturday on the 28th, we have a playdate with Mara in the morning. We're gonna be playing some Atlas. But as long as Mara is ready in time. We're starting at noon Mountain Time. Let's see if it'll let me schedule a stream for that night. Let's see. Let's put retro. Okay, it did. Okay. Yeah. All right. I need to edit the title of this one. But how are you, Britt? How you doing, sweetheart? You doing all right? Good to see you. Okay. Yep. We'll go with that. So that's the plan for this week. So tomorrow we'll play some Monster Hunter. Tuesday and Wednesday probably won't be streaming. Definitely not Tuesday. I might be able to stream Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But Thursday we'll be starting Monster Hunter Stories, the first Stories game. And then on Saturday, we have a playdate with Mara in the afternoon. We're gonna be playing some more Atlas with Mara. We're gonna try and get through that. The dungeon we left off on. And then later that evening, depending on how long we go with Mara, we'll see. Then we'll do our regularly scheduled Sega Saturday. I don't know what the game is for this weekend. I don't remember what game it is. But yeah, that's the plan for this week. That's the plan. How are you, Bread? Wait, your smooches, your good bread, and some slow scratches. Okay. Okay. Sorry for chair noises.
Switches first, right? Okay. Hi, Dreams. Hi, how are ya? Good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a second. Hope you've been well. It's been a good while. Hope you've been well.
Compass. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. You've been busy. Oh. It's okay, and that's okay. I'm glad you've been good. I've been well. I've been good. I am excited for Christmas. It's Christmas soon. But how are you, Compass? How are you? Let me get you a shout out here. That's a lot of ones. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Is it 6 ones? Yeah, it looks like. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Want to stop in before you make supper? Well, thank you for the raid, Compass. Welcome. Thank you for trusting me with your community. Hello, waiters. If you don't know me, I'm Ketchup the Bear, your local Teddy variety streamer. I do ASMR streams like this every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, except this week because Tuesday and Wednesday is Christmas Eve and Christmas, so there will probably be no streams Tuesday and Wednesday this week. But other than that, it's just as normal. I don't know what I'm saying. Of course, Compass. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. Excuse me, sorry. And the rest of the week we play games. Tomorrow we're gonna play some Monster Hunter. It's the last stream before Christmas, and then Thursday we're gonna start Monster Hunter Stories. We finished Monster Hunter Stories 2 in like February or March earlier this year. And then Saturday we're playing some Atlas with Teddy Mara in the afternoon, noon Mountain Time, if Mara is up and ready by then. And then depending on how long we stream in the afternoon, we'll do our regularly scheduled Sega Saturday. I don't remember what Sega game is this weekend. Last night was Beyond Oasis. That game was a pleasant surprise compared to the last 2 weeks, which were so we had Wonder Boy or Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, which was a platformer, a very difficult platformer that we only got through because of the rewind feature. And then we had Alien Storm, a very difficult side-scroller platformer shoot 'em up. We didn't beat that game. It's very hard. For me, it is anyway. We got pretty far though. I think we got to like level 14, stage 14 out of 18 or 20. And then we had Alien Storm, which is an arcade game that got a Sega port, I'm guessing. You shoot and beat up aliens, and yeah, we didn't beat that one. It was just too difficult by ourselves. It is 2-player. And then we had Altered Beast, which is also 2-player, but was marginally more enjoyable than Alien Storm. Actually, it liked Altered Beast. We finished Altered Beast, and then last night we had Altered Beast was a side-scroller beat 'em up from like 83. I don't know. It was old, older than me, by a decade at least. And then we last night was Beyond Oasis, which seemed like a game made for the Sega Genesis. Because it looked really nice. Actually, the sprite work in the games holds up pretty well after all these years. You want some novel whispers? I will get those to you after I finish Bread's Redeems. Mooney, I need to finish Bread's Redeems real quick. But Raiders, if you enjoy the content, please consider giving us a follow. It'd mean a lot. And if you enjoy my ASMR content and would like more of it when I'm not live, when I'm not streaming ASMR, I have a VOD channel. I have a YouTube channel that just put all the VODs on the day after the stream ends. So this VOD will be live tomorrow night at like midnight. Because when you're affiliate, Twitch gets like a 24-hour exclusive license to your content. So as far as I know, I don't know if the rules on that have changed, but it's just habit at this point. So I just upload all the VODs at midnight the next day. So this VOD will be up after tomorrow's stream, a few hours after tomorrow's stream. But there's like over 190 videos, ASMR VODs up there. One big playlist. I believe it's ordered oldest to newest, so if you want the newest stuff, you'll have to scroll or do what you gotta do. But there's a playlist for pretty much every game we've streamed, besides like Master Duel. I haven't made a Master Duel playlist, and it's been long enough that I don't really care to. But yeah, anyway. Sorry about that. Alright, Brent. Drink some more water here.
Bread, you're a very, very good bread, and I'm very, very proud of you, dear. You work very, very hard. I'm very proud of you, Bread. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for watching, lurking, and chatting in the streams. Thank you. It's always good to see you, Bread. Hope you'll get some good sleeps. Hope you'll get some good sleepies. And Brett, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think it makes the world a better place. In my humble opinion. Good, Brett.
Good bread, such a good bread you are, yes you are. Yes you are, such a good bread. Mwah. Mwah. Good bread, such a good bread. I'm very proud of you, bread. Mwah. Look at you, make such a good bread. Yes you are. Yes you are. Mwah. Mwah. There you go, bread. Give me 1 second to blow my nose real quick. Then I'll do Mooney's Inaudible Whispers first, and then we'll do bread scratches. It'll just be easier that way, I think. I'll be right back. Alright. Again, I'm not very good with Inaudible Whispers, I don't think. So, I do my best, though. I do my best. Okay. Here's your Inaudible Whispers, Mooney, and then we will do bread slow scratches. I think it'll just be easier if we do it that way. Alright.
was okay for you.
Thank you, Mooney. Thank you for the redeem. Alright, here's your slow scratches spread. Thank you for the redeem spread. Thank you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you get some good sleepies. Excuse me, sorry. You adore it? Well, I'm glad to hear that. So, I don't play Fortnite anymore. I used to play it a lot, like last year, earlier this year. And then I just kind of got bored. I put the game down. I think I stopped playing after the season with Velociraptors and Optimus Prime. I think it was around that season. And apparently now there's a giant block of ice in the middle of the map, and Mariah Carey's frozen in the block of ice, like the meme. And I'm guessing that it's going to thaw, and then they're going to have like a Mariah Carey concert, like Christmas or something. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. That they're doing that. I mean, it makes sense because it's a meme. Apparently, there's a Mariah Carey skin too. Apparently, no, I don't know. Mic scratching? That's what that's what I'm doing right now, Crit. Do you want faster scratches? Get ahead of the curve? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Would you like faster scratches? Current vibe works for you? Okay. in Discord. No. No, I don't. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I honestly just do not know enough about Discord that I don't feel confident that I would do a good job at it. But maybe one day, Crid. Maybe one day. About the popping sounds. I don't know why. It's a mic cover or something. Something like right here, and the inside of the mic cover is getting cut on the mic. Sorry. Yep, like right there. Sorry, I'm gonna stop. I'll stop. Trilobite. What? Oh, why is it gotta be exclusive? Why is it gotta be exclusive? You know those videos where it's like music that plays when you encounter a scorpion or something like that. My first introduction to that was the music that plays when you encounter an Anomalocaris. Is good stuff. They're very funny. I just assumed it was one or the other. Well, I like Trilobites. There's a song by Louis Zong about trilobites, and it's the best thing ever. It is the best thing ever. I love it. I haven't listened to it in a while, actually. No, I kind of want to listen to it, but I am streaming, so I can't. But Louis Zong, if you haven't heard of him, he does really good stuff. He makes really good stuff. He's got an album that's like jazz, but it's the soundtrack to an old 90s cartoon about a jazz band made of animals, and it's great. The ghost music, yeah, the whistling ghosts, yep. His stuff's great. I love it. But if I had to pick a favorite, it's probably Anomalocaris, just because they look so weird. They're so alien. But trilobites did survive like 3 or 4 mass extinctions, and they were tough little guys. And I wish they were still around. I think that'd be neat. Who knows? Maybe they're down there in like the bottom of the bottom of the ocean, and we just haven't found them yet. I don't know. Maybe there's some out there somewhere, but I doubt it. But wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? You're trying to make a terrifying Anomalocaris boss for your D&D stuff? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you could just make it like massive. I mean, they were like person sized, right? They weren't terribly large, but for the time they were very large, right? Could be like super fast but big at the same time. Yeah. Caris. Let's see. How big were they? Description. Oh, okay. The Wikipedia article even talks about how they swam. That's cool. I know there's an Anomalocaris adjacent boss in the newest Zelda game, the one where you play as Zelda and can summon enemies, summon little minion guys. Um, and that's neat. That's neat. Okay. Uh, Complete specimen of A. canadensis. Okay, should we just read the Wikipedia article for these? Let's see, does it give me the size here? No. How big? How big? How big was Anomalocaris? 3.3 feet, or a meter. Okay. So they weren't terribly large, but for the time, 3 feet sounds pretty big for animals at the time. Yeah. So at the time, they were massive. So the boss fight, I don't know if Crit can hear me, but I don't know what your player classes are and all that, but how would you make a boss fight out of it? Unless your players are like trilobites. Mouth sounds? Okay, Brent. Let me get you some mouth sounds. How are you, Brett? You doing all right? You had a good weekend? The idea. Thank you for the redeem bread. Thank you. Hope that was okay for you. The idea is that it'll function like a thing that pick up players, and while it doesn't do a lot of damage, holds on to the players, and they have to kill it quickly. Ah, okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose. Oh wait, so it's kind of like an animated rug or something like that. I imagine it'll be able to like squeeze them when it's got them. Hey TJ, I'm good. I'm good. Excited for Christmas. I'm excited. How was the weekend? It was good. My flyers? Yeah. I know what I know mind flayers. I know mind flayers. My brother's a big he's a big DM. He likes to DM. He likes to play too. But my brother likes to write, so yeah. My my brother was working on a campaign setting, or it's a setting in one of his books. I don't know anymore. The ships are based on Nautilus. So this be one of the weapons. Okay, right. I remember now. Okay, that's cool. I like to DM again. It's fun. I'm not good at it. I'm not very good at like prep. I don't think I'm not very practiced. I mean, I've done prep. Last time I DM'd, uh, was either my birthday. I think it was when my friend came back from his Mormon mission. He came back, and so we played D&D. But it had been years since like 2020 then that we played the campaign we were playing that I was DMing for my friends. So I did a one shot. Because that way we didn't have to make characters on the spot, and we wanted it to be kind of a surprise party thing. So I didn't want to be like, hey pal, would you mind making like a wizard or something? Um, and yeah, so one of my friends down the street was a DM, and then my brother was a DM, and then for my group of friends, for the boys that we played GTFO with and stuff, and Deep Rock with, I DM for them when we do play. And it's fine with it. Yeah, it's fun. So my idea for the one shot was that it's a sort like the setting is that they're all monsters. Like they just use the monster stat block from the book. Limit them to like CR3 at most, and they're like they work in the circus, but they're like like enslaved or captured by the circus, and the boss of the circus is a Lamia. The Lamias in D&D have lion bodies instead of snake bodies. And they're obsessed with collecting things. I'm pretty sure it's been a while since I read up on them. And their minions are all jackalwares, which are were jackals that they make, and then they send the jackalwares out to kidnap people to make more jackalwares and get treasure, that kind of thing. So, their goal, they each picked a monster. We had a Nothic water elemental. The caveat for the water elemental was if it left a body of water, it would just die. So one player put him in a wine bottle and wore it around their neck. We had a fairy dragon. Then we had an animated sword and rug. And hold on, let me find the list. Let me find it. I have it somewhere. Let me find it. So yeah, fairy dragon, flying sword, and the rug, and a Nothic. And I think there were more. There was more than that. I think. I'm pretty sure there was more than there were 4 players, but I only have 3 right here. Anyway. Because the flying sword and the rug was pretty fun to roleplay too. And they used bullywugs, the little frogmen, as the alarm system. So the bullywugs did like general chores and would patrol the circus grounds at night. And if they saw anything, they would just scream. Because they have a very high-pitched, shrill call that carries for large distances. So once one started going, the whole circus would be. It would sound like a giant swamp. But the bullywugs don't really want to be there. They were kind of forced into this by the Lami and the jackalwares. Jackalwares are just completely. I'm pretty sure they're mind controlled or something. They're under the influence of the Lamia more intimately than the rest of the monsters. But that was the premise, and we had a nice 2.5 hour session with them trying to get out of the circus without alerting anything, and they had every monster that was enslaved by the circus or performed in the circus had this implant that it was like an electric fence kind of deal, or if they left this bubble around the circus, they would just die. So there was this. I improv'd this on the spot where I just put a giant floating purple crystal in the middle of this main circus tent. So, we had a good time, and that there was a gelatinous cube that would kind of. There's those. I don't know if you've been to a Walmart or something right after they open. Well, overnight's still kind of there. Because there's the Zamboni or whatever it's called, that the unmanned Zamboni that's just programmed to go back and forth through the aisles, and then it goes back to the back room. It was kind of like that, but a gelatinous cube. It would just go and eat up all the garbage and stuff on the grounds. So there was a point where they had to kill some jackalwares, and then they threw them into the gelatinous cube. I had a good time with the gelatinous cube. So then there was this kind of deal where they had to sneak into the tent, but they couldn't go through the front, so that the sword cut a chunk out of the tent, and they snuck in behind some bleachers. The fairy dragon was scouting in the tent, keeping an eye on things while they checked things out. I had a lot of fun role playing the bullywugs too. I have a good time. I had a good time. It's fun. DMing's fun. It's also kind of stressful, but also it's you don't have to make it that hard on yourself, right? There's ways to definitely make things easier on yourself. Um, uh, yeah, it was fun. And they broke the crystal, and then they got out. They stole a boat and sailed off into the sunset. And the night teased like the where we left off in the other campaign, just in the on the spot because I was feeling nostalgic. So I did that, and they seem to enjoy that. But that was the last time I DM'd. Um, so the power level of that was pretty low because I think the strongest thing there was the water elemental, but that's only because it hit with like its attack did 46, which was pretty high. Um, but yeah, I like playing as monsters too. I buffed Rajan. Oh, okay, okay. Hold on, I need to refresh myself on what a Rajang is. Are those the tiger people with the backwards palms? Or is that something else? Oh no, that's a Monster Hunter monster, right? The ape with horns. Gotcha. Okay, sorry. I knew this very. It sounded familiar. It sounded familiar. It's gonna be sick. Nice. I'm excited. Um, but so for Christmas, like 2 years ago, maybe it was for my brother's birthday. I got him one of those D&D modules that like the the advanced editions or the older like old editions of D&D adventure modules that somebody's remastering them or converting them to 5th edition rule sets, and there's a bunch of them. I got the one that about the spaceship, the UFO that crashed into a mountain. So it's about you going into a mountain and fighting aliens with laser guns and stuff, because it sounds different. Um, and I was looking through the monsters in that one, and there's a monster in there called the Squealer. It's absolutely terrifying. It's like something out of a Dr. Seuss book, and then it walked into like Dead Space. It's nuts. Super boss who has lightning ice and resists to all damage. That's oh, but he's got like a weakness that they can exploit, right? It's like, oh, he has resistance, but if you break this thing, you can hit him. Oh, that's how I would do it. There's only one. That's true. That's true. I had so when I DM'd for my friends, I had like 7 player characters. One of my players had 2, because one of his character he had to go away for a week or something happened with his first character that they had to like leave for a few in-game days or something. So I made a new character, and then they stuck around, and then we played 2 characters. Um, uses his lightning. Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay, so you have. He's got some. Right. Okay. Gotcha. I got you, Crid. Nice. I don't know what level your characters are. Mine only ever got as far as like level 5. Um, part of the reason for that is that I left them at level 3 for like 8 months, and then I almost like killed one of my players with a great axe thing, like an orc chieftain I flavored as a brute chieftain from Halo, with like a giant hammer, and I almost killed him in one hit. Like I knocked him unconscious, and I was like, oh, you only have 15 HP. Oh, let's level up after this. Hi DJ, I'm doing good. How are you? We'll talk about some D&D stuff. But if you haven't heard of the Squealer, Let's see. Let me see if I can find a picture. D and D squealer monster. Yeah, so the squealer is absolutely terrifying. So the book that I got my brother with all this stuff, that the revamped D&D module from like Advanced D&D or whatever, right? Let's see. Drawing a parakeet right now. Nice. A parakeet playing Helldivers too. Sorry, that was stupid. But the squealer, from the description in the book, my image in my head. So they're a rotund creature with 2 arms and 2 legs, and then they have an arm coming out of their back, and they have the head of a vaguely pig-shaped head, with gnarly tusks, and they're yellow and covered in green polka dots, and they make this horrible screeching sound. And it sounded terrifying, so I put it in the session and like I locked in a cage, because if I got out and attacked the players, they would have died. Because it's like CR6. It's nuts. Back to a character player. Yeah, I get that, CJ. For sure. I'm working on learning Pokemon Tabletop United, and I'm having a good time filling out that world. Or trying to. It's fun. World building is fun. It is fun. I don't know if I'm particularly good at it, but I try. I helped my brother with some world building, because at the time he was working on this setting for a few sessions, because he likes to write, so he puts all of his stuff in like the same multiverse or something. I don't know. He hasn't let me read his writing before, but he wanted some help, because in the setting there's this forest that is a manifestation of a buried beholder's dream, because beholders can manifest things around their layers if they're dreaming. I don't know if they have to be asleep, but they can manifest illusions. So I was like, oh, maybe there's a sleeping beholder, and its dreams are manifesting this very strange forest with weird people in it, and if you stay in it too long, it warps you. It turns you into something weird. So I made I don't remember what it's called. It's like a morphling, changeling thing from the D&D Magic the Gathering book, the Ravnica book, I think. The one where you can have different body parts of animals or something. So I made like this spindly, like, rogue weasel guy that likes to grapple, but he's like half human, half animal, and his mentor was like a walrus man. I think it was a beaver. I don't know. I'll have to ask him, because I've forgotten. But he wanted like some like low level monsters to put in this dream forest. So he asked me for help determining how it would work, because I'd been watching speculative biology / spec evo videos a lot, and then I have converted my brother since then into watching them as well, so he doesn't need my help anymore. But we came up with that there was these clans, or this race of tiny goat men that lived in the mountains, and they were getting they were on, like, because mountain goats can like climb up sheer walls, right? You've seen the videos of them climbing up dams. That's super scary, but also very impressive. um, so I think we just called them ovids, I think, and they were being harassed by like giant eagles or something that could a flying animal that would like pluck them off the mountain and just eat them. So then they were forced from the mountains. Most of them left the mountains and moved into this forest, where they were then corrupted into these, like, their fur turned like blood red, and then they started, then they learned all these demonic rituals and things. I had a ton of fun doing that. I had a ton of fun coming up with that, and then some of them stayed in the mountains, and then they got a little bigger, maybe, or I don't remember. But that was super fun. That was super fun. And then my brother really wanted to play D&D one time, so I was like, well, I don't really want to make a character. Can I just play as a monster? It's like, sure. So I picked a woodwode. If you don't know what a woodwode is, it's like a haunted. It's essentially it's a wood golem made by a druidic ritual. You take you have to, first of all, you have to source a hollowed out tree stump. Then you do like this ritual, and then you carve out someone's heart, and then put the heart in the tree stump or bury it under the tree stump, and then do like a chant or whatever. And then eventually the tree stump, the spirit of the heart or whatever, awakens this tree stump, and it climbs out of the ground. And then you give it an order, like, go kill this person, go do this, and then the woodwode's whole existence is dedicated to doing that. So if you see a woodwode, it's either on a mission or it's wandering around because it completed what it was told to, and the druid that made it is dead. So they're either like on a mission, or they're just wandering around lost and confused because they don't have direction anymore. And they're also, the art in the 5th edition monster manual actually looks pretty cool. And they're fun. They're very fun because they, at the end of their turn, if they're standing on dirt, they heal like a d8 of HP, or like 2d10. I don't remember how much exactly, but so you have to like isolate them off of dirt, or they keep healing or out damage their healing. And if they I don't know if this is actually how they work. It's been a while since I did this. But they have like tree walking. They have a very high climb speed on climbing speed, if it's a tree. So and my brother had me fight some goblins that wandered into the beholder's dream forest. And so I don't know if this is how it works or we flavored it like this, but the woodwode would melt into the tree, and then or it could, like, he would like meld into the tree, kind of like the Silver Surfer that can go through objects or vision. It was like that. It's just like but he would like meld with the tree, and then he would move up and down the tree, and then if a woodwode can see a tree or something, it can, and it's in a tree, it can teleport to that tree. So I had fun melding with the tree, then teleporting behind the goblins, and then like dropping down on top of them and like whacking them with a big stick. It was fun. If you've never used woodwodes, give them a try. They're fun. They're very fun. At least I had fun fighting goblins as one. They don't have too much combat utility. They have like a whack attack with a stick, and some other things. But I don't think their CR is too high. Maybe like 3 or 4. I can't see them being any higher than 4. But wood roads are neat. Wood roads are fun. And that's cute, DJing. My my aunt and uncle and my cousins that live down the street have parakeets, and they got a blue one, and then they got a green one later. It turns out the blue one is the girl and the green one's the boy. The blue one's name is Oreo. I can't remember what name they gave the green one, but apparently they laid eggs recently. I don't know if they've hatched, but they're not going to keep the babies. I don't think. Not when they're not, at least until they're not dependent on their parents or anything, right? But that's neat. That's neat. Anyway, sorry, I've just been ranting. Oh, it's fun to talk about, right? It's fun to talk about. But I saw, but also, this is like slurred my speech there. That character I played the most as was a lizard folk barbarian, and when I fight, I like to fight unconventionally because that's more fun to me than just saying I walk up and I smack him with my sword or my axe. Or it's like I try to hit him, so I try to do some flavor it, or do some embellish it. Like there's that YouTube story time video. I don't know who it was from, but they were talking about one of their friends that likes to fight like that, and he takes a broom and I swish it in his eyes. Because that's more fun than hitting him with an axe, right? Like, that would be annoying at best, and like blinding at worst. Like you're getting pokey straw in your in your eyeballs. That's no great. That's no fun. But yeah, so I like fighting like that, and I think a lizard folk was particularly conducive to that because they have the hungry jaw attack and they have claws and stuff. But anyway, I hope you have a good time with your next session, Crid. That sounds like fun. Fighting in an Anomalocaris. So is it like a giant space Anomalocaris then? It's not like in the water or anything. Give me a second for my nose. Sorry, my nose is kind of running. Okay. We've got maybe a little over an hour left, right? Maybe? A little less than an hour. Would you guys mind if I read this Wikipedia article for Anomalocaris? I think that'd be fun. Excuse me, sorry. Kind of a long one here, not as long as the Brontosaurus article, but I think we can do it here. It's got some neat gifs about their like fin movement, how they moved their fins to move through the water, and their grasping with their appendages on the front of their face. That's neat. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's do this. So get some good sleepies with to Anomalocaris Wikipedia article. May you have sweet dreams of a sleigh driven by. Is the term pulled or driven, like a sled driven sleigh, or what did I just say? A dog driven sleigh, or is it like a dog? Is Santa driving the sleigh, or the reindeer driving the sleigh? Like they're pulling the sleigh. What is Santa doing? Is he driving? Is it called driving? I don't know. What else would it be? Anyway. May you have dreams of a sleigh pulled by Anomalocaris, and Santa's a very simple. What? Santa. So if they're pulled by, they wouldn't be pulled by Anomalocaris. There's that the giant crustacean that was like huge at the time. It was like 6 feet long. That was like the first filter feeder. It was a filter feeder shrimp. It was this giant. I don't remember what they're called, but they were like the whales of the time. They were like 6 feet long. They were huge compared to everything else, because they were filter feeders. Santa wouldn't be that. What would Santa be if the reindeer are Anomalocaris? Well, what this is because if the reindeer are Anomalocaris in this dream, what part of Rudolph is red? The eyes? Would the eyes be red? Because I have noses. I guess it would have to be the eyes. Also, where would you attach a harness on these things? Because they have like a head and then the rest of the body is just covered in the fins on the side. How would you attach a harness to it? Maybe around the neck, I guess. Anyway. Alright. Here's Anomalocaris article on Wikipedia. Anomalocaris, or unlike other shrimp, or abnormal shrimp, is an extinct genus of radiodont, an order of early diverging stem group marine arthropods. It is best known from this type species A. canadensis, found in the Stephen Formation, particularly the Burgess Shale of British Columbia, Canada. The other named species A. daole is known from the somewhat older Emu Bay Shale of Australia. Other unnamed Anomalocaris species are known from China and the United States. Like other radiodonts, Anomalocaris had swimming flaps running along its body, large compound eyes, and a single pair of segmented frontal appendages, which in Anomalocaris were used to grasp prey. Estimated to reach 34.2 to 37.8 centimeters, or 13.5 to 14.9 inches long, excluding the frontal appendages and tail fan. So they were pretty big. For the time, for sure, right? That seems pretty big, 14 inches. That's over a foot. Yeah, I mean that's bigger than a cat, right? Maybe. Anomalocaris is one of the largest animals of the Cambrian, and thought to be one of the earliest examples of an apex predator, though others have been found in older Cambrian Lagerstatten deposits. Lagerstatten deposits is a sedimentary deposit that exhibits extraordinary fossils with exceptional preservation, sometimes including preserved soft tissues. Oh, okay. Neat. Since the original description in the late 19th century, the frontal appendages were the only known fossilized part and misidentified as the body parts of other animals. its radiodont affinity was revealed in the 1980s, specifically in a 1985 journal article by Harry B. Whittington and Derek Briggs. The trunk and mouth were reconstructed after another radiodont genus until the corrections done in 1996 and 2012. It is the type genus of Anomalocaris, a family which previously included all radiodonts, but recently only Anomalocaris and a few closely related taxa. Discovery and identification. From the start, Anomalocaris fossils were misidentified, followed by a series of misidentifications and taxonomic revisions. As Stephen Jay Gould, who popularized the Cambrian explosions in his 1989 book Wonderful Life, appropriately described. That's a cool book cover. The story of, open quote, the story of Anomalocaris is a tale of humor, error, struggle, frustration, and more error, culminating in an extraordinary resolution that brought together bits and pieces of 3 phyla in a single reconstructed creature, the largest and fiercest of Cambrian organisms, close quote. Anomalocaris fossils were first collected in 1886 by Richard G. McConnell of the Geological Survey of Canada. Having been informed of rich fossils of the Stephen Formation in British Columbia, McConnell climbed Mount Stephen on the 13th of September 1886. He found abundant trilobites along with 2 unknown specimens. In August 1891, Henry Mark Amy, assistant paleontologist at GSC, collected many trilobites and brachiopod fossils, along with 48 more of the unknown specimens. The 50 specimens were examined and described in 1892 by GSC paleontologist Joseph Frederick Whittaeves. Whittaeves interpreted them as the abdomens of phylocarid crustaceans and gave the full scientific name Anomalocaris canadensis. He describes the crustacean characters, open quote, body or abnormal segments, which in all of the specimens collected were abnormally flattened laterally, a little higher or deeper than broader above than below, a pair of ventral appendages proceeding from each nearly equal in height or depth to the segment itself. The generic name Anomalocaris from, I don't know how to say that, unlike shrimp, i.e. unlike other shrimps. The species name referring to Canada. Okay, actually, I don't think I put that together. Is suggested by the unusual shape of the oropods, or ventral appendages of the body segments, and the relative position of the caudal spine, close quote. What are oropods? Oh, that's the end of it. Oropods are the posterior appendages on a wide variety of crustaceans. They typically have functions in locomotion, so they're like the tips of the tails of shrimps and things. Okay, I didn't know that's what they were called. In 1928, Danish paleontologist Kai Henriksen proposed that Tuzoia, sorry, someone just turned on the shower. Sorry if that spooked any of you. It shouldn't have been too loud. Proposed that Tuzoia, a Burgess shale arthropod, which was known only from the carapace, represented the missing front half of Anomalocaris. The artists Elie Chevreling and Charles R. Knight followed this interpretation in their depictions of Anomalocaris. Okay. Not known to scientists at the time, the body parts of relatives of Anomalocaris had already been described, but not as recognized as such. The first fossilized mouth of such a kind of animal was discovered by Charles Doolittle Walcott, who mistook it for a jellyfish and placed it in the genus Petoia. Walcott also discovered a frontal appendage, but failed to realize the similarities to Whittaeves' discovery, and instead identified it as a feeding appendage or a tail of the coexisted Sydnea. In the same publication in which he named Petoia, Walcott named Lagania, a taxon he interpreted as a holothurian. What's a holothurian? Oh, sea cucumber. Okay. In 1966, the Geological Survey of Canada began a comprehensive revision of the British shale fossil record, led by Cambridge University paleontologist Henry B. Whittington. In the process of this revision, Whittington and his student Simon Conway Morris and Derek Briggs would discover the true nature of Anomalocaris and its relatives, but not without contributing to the history of misinterpretations first. In 1978, Conway Morris recognized that the mouth parts of Lagania were identical to Petoia, but concluded that Lagania was a composite fossil made up of Petoia and the sponge Corallio undulata. In 1979, Briggs recognized that the fossils of Anomalocaris were appendages, not abdomens, and proposed that they were the walking legs of a giant arthropod, and that the feeding appendage Walcott had assigned to Sydnea was the feeding appendage of similar animal referred to as appendage F. Later, while clearing what he thought was an unrelated specimen, Henry B. Whittington removed a layer of covering stone to discover the unequivocally connected frontal appendage identical to Anomalocaris and mouth part similar to Petoia. Whittington linked the two species, but it took several more years for researchers to realize that the continuously juxtaposed Petoia, Lagania, and frontal appendages, Anomalocaris and appendage F, actually represented a single group of enormous creatures. The two genera have now been placed into the order Radiodonta, and are commonly known as radiodonts or Anomalocarids. Since Petoia was named first, it is the accepted correct name for the entire animal. However, the original frontal appendage was from a larger species distinct from Petoia, and Lagania, and therefore retains the name Anomalocaris. So they found the grasping appendage, thought it was the body of a shrimp or arthropod. Is that what? Okay, I think that's what that said. Or I think. Lots of big words. Okay. In 2011, compound eyes of Anomalocaris were recovered from a paleontological dig at Emu Bay Shale on Kangaroo Island, Australia, proving that Anomalocaris was indeed an arthropod and as had been suspected. The find also indicated that advanced arthropod eyes had evolved very early, before the evolution of jointed legs or hardened exoskeletons. The specimen was later identified as that of a new species of Anomalocaris, Adaliae. It's hard to say. Numerous species have been previously referred to Anomalocaris, but subsequent analysis have doubted this generic assignment and reclassified them within different genera. In 2021, A. Ceron and A. magnabasis were reassigned to a new genus, Haucaris, in the family Temiscocarididae. Temiscocarididae, but subsequent analysis suggests that S. Sauron is a member of the family Amplostobelluidae instead, and that H. magnabasis recovered as a sister taxon to Amplostobelluidae does not form a monophyletic clade with other species of Heucharis. In the same year, A. pennsylvanica was reassigned to the genus Lanisiocaris. In 2022, specimen ELRC 2001 or 20001, that's not 2000, was treated as an unnamed species of Anomalocaris or whole body specimen of A. sauron, got a new genus, Invocationocaris. In 2023, A. Kunmingensis was reassigned to the new genus Guanshancaris in the family Amplectobelluidae. The word's not getting easier. Multiple phylogenetic analyses also suggested that A. briggsii Temiciocaridid was not a species of Anomalocaris either, and it was reassigned to the genus Echidnacaris in the family Temiciocaridae in 2023. Echidnacaris. Okay, why is it called Echidnacaris? Let me drink some water real quick. Sorry if I'm being loud while eating. Sorry. Description. For the time in which it lived, Anomalocaris was gigantic, a complete specimen of A. canadensis, ROMIP 51211, is measured up to 20.5 centimeters or 8.1 inches long. Or 17.4 centimeters or 9.6 inches long when excluding the frontal appendages and tail fan. The largest frontal appendage is measured up to 18 centimeters or 7.1 inches long. So the appendage is almost as long as his whole body, excluding the tail fin and the frontal appendages. That's crazy. Imagine your finger being as long as your torso. That's such silly. What's going on here? That's crazy. And this specimen of A. canadensis would have reached up to 34.2 to 37.8 centimeters or 1.12 to 1.24 feet in body length, excluding the frontal appendages and tail fan. Previous body length estimation up to 1 meter or 3.3 feet is unlikely based on the ratio of body parts. Body length measured only about 2 times the length of frontal appendage in A. canadensis. And the size of largest frontal appendage, A. deliae, formerly ACF canadensis or AFF canadensis from the Emu Bay Shale of Australia, is larger than A. canadensis, with the largest known appendage measuring up to 18.3 centimeters or 7.2 inches long, which would have belonged to an individual between 34.8 to 51.2 centimeters or 1.14 to 1.68 feet long. That's a foot, 0.68. I'm guessing that's centimeters, maybe. Anomalocaris propelled itself through the water by undulating. Sorry, I got a Discord ping. Sorry, that distracted me. I did not mean to stop on the word undulating. Anomalocaris propelled itself through the water by undulating the flexible flaps on the sides of its body. Each flap sloped below the one more posterior to it, and this overlapping allowed the lobes on each side of the body to act as a single fin, maximizing the swimming efficiency. The construction of a remote-controlled model showed that this mode of swimming to be intrinsically stable, implying that Anomalocaris would not have needed a complex brain to manage balance while swimming. The body was widest between the third and fifth lobe and narrowed towards the tail, with additional 3 pairs of small flaps on the constricted neck region. It is difficult to distinguish lobes near the tail, making an accurate count difficult. For the main trunk flaps, the type species A. canadensis had 13 pairs. oral cones. Okay. Oh, is that their mouth parts? Okay. Anomalocaris had an unusable. Sorry. I'm just getting the ice globes. Finally got the burb done. Nice, DJ. If you post it in Kumi's Discord, let me know. I'd love to see it. Post it? Okay, let me go look. Where's the art? That's cute. That's so cute. You did a good job with the feathers there. Nice. Did you draw it with a mouse? Either way, that's good. That's good, DJ. Good job. I've tried drawing with a mouse. I've tried drawing with a mouse. The follow emotes and things like that were drawn with a mouse. Sorry, I was trying to think of a green eggs and ham joke there. Would you eat it with a mouse? Anyway. You drew that with a mouse? That's crazy, EJ. That's so good, especially with a mouse. Ah, that's crazy. I couldn't manage that. Good job. Good job, DJ. Okay. Anomalocaris had an unusual disc-like mouth known as an oral cone. The oral cone was composed of several plates organized trilaterally. Triradially. Oh, no, triradially. Like a donut. Three of the plates were quite large. 3 to 4 medium-sized plates could be found between each of the large plates, and several small plates between them. Most of the plates wrinkled and have scale-like tubercles near the mouth opening. Such an oral cone is very different from those of a typical herdid. Of a typical herdid. It's HURDIID. Radiodont like Petoia and Herdia, which is smooth and tetraradial. As a shared characteristic across radiodonts, Anomalocaris also had 3 sclerites on the top and side of its head. The top one, known as the head shield dorsal carapace or H element, was shaped like a laterally elongated oval with a distinct rim on the outer edge. The remaining 2 lateral sclerites, known as P elements, were also ovid, but connected by a bar-like outgrowth. The P elements were previously misinterpreted as 2 huge compound eyes. 2 large frontal appendage. Oh, so they thought the armor on the head was eyes. Oh, okay, yeah, they have a picture of it here. Okay. That's kind of neat. They had a little, like, almost a Mega Man looking helmet. Maybe. Let's see. I have a better image. Yeah, kind of like a Mega Man helmet almost. That's neat. Okay. It reminds me of Mega Man's helmet. This image does here. Anyway, next to the gif of it swimming. Sorry, my uncle texted me. He sent me a paleo art of a irritator with a tapajara perched on its nose. I said they're buddies in a 90s cartoon. He says thinking more of a 70s cartoon. think. Alright. Oh, sorry about the outbreak. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. We've already hit 2 hours. Nuts. Time flies when you talk about stuff you're excited about, huh? Where do we leave off? Okay. 2 large frontal appendages were positioned in front of the mouth. Shall I wait for the ad break? I'll wait till after the ad break. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. Excuse me, sorry. Why do I keep burping? Stop burping! Brum, 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 brum. That's cool. I didn't know their mouths looked like that. So, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And I didn't know their mouth. I just assumed they had like little mouth parts. But their mouths were holes. Alright, welcome back from the break. Sorry about that. Alright. 2 large frontal appendages were positioned in the front of the mouth, at the front of the head. Each frontal appendage of Anomalocaris usually had 14 podomeres, segmental units, at least 1 for shaft and 13 for distal articulated region, with each appendage being laterally flattened, taller than wide. Most podomeres were tipped with a pair of endites, or ventral spines. The endites themselves were both equipped with multiple auxiliary spines, which branches off from the anterior and posterior margin of the endites. The tail was a large tail fan composed of 3 pairs of large lateral fin-shaped lobes and 1 terminal lobe-like tailpiece. Previous studies suggest that the tail fan was used to propel it through Cambrian waters, while further hydrodynamic study rather suggests it was more adapted to provide steering function. The gills of the animal, in the form of long, thin, hair-like structures known as lanceolate blades, were arranged in rows forming settle blades. The settle blades were attached by their margin to the top side of the animal. 2 settle blades per body segment. A divide ran down the middle, separating the gills. Based on fossilized eyes from the Emu Bay Shale, which belonged to the species Anomalocaris dahliae, the stalked eyes of Anomalocaris were 30 times more powerful than those of trilobites, long thought to have had the most advanced eyes of any contemporary species. with one specimen having over 24,000 lenses in one eye. The resolution of the 3 centimeter wide, or 1.2 inches, eyes would have been rifled only by that of the modern dragonfly, which has 28,000 lenses in each eye. That's crazy! It had almost as many lenses as a dragonfly, and it was fairly large, so they were probably bigger. But a dragonfly has 28,000 lenses? I didn't know that. That's cool. Additionally, estimation of ecdysozoan opsins suggests that Anomalocaris may have had dichromatic color vision. So is that like opsins are G protein coupled receptors in a group of proteins made light sensitive via. Okay, so that's just a fancy word for eyes. They had a dichromatic. They only require 2 primary colors to be able to represent their visible gamut. By comparison, trichromates need 3 primary colors. So they could only see 2 primary colors? Okay, I wonder what colors. Ooh, what range of colors if they only had 2 primary colors. Interesting. Paleobiology. We're like halfway through this article now. We're almost done, I think. Diet. The interpretation of Anomalocaris as an active predator is widely accepted throughout the history of research, as its raptorial frontal appendages and mid-gut glands strongly suggest a predatory lifestyle. In the case of A. canadensis, its outstanding size among Burgess shale fauna also make it one of the first apex predators known to exist. However, the long-standing idea that Anomalocaris fed on hard-bodied animals, especially its ability to penetrate mineralized exoskeleton of trilobites, has been questioned, with many recent studies considering it more likely that Anomalocaris exclusively hunted soft-bodied prey. Some Cambrian trilobites have been found with round or W-shaped bite marks, which were identified as being the same shape as the mouthparts of Petoia, previously misidentified as those of Anomalocaris. Stronger evidence that Anomalocaris ate trilobites comes from coprolite, which is fossilized poop, which contain trilobite parts and are so large that the radiodonts are the only known organism that can of that period large enough to have produced them. They're pieces of poop so big that they could only have come from Anomalocaris. Okay, interesting. However, since Anomalocaris lacks any mineralized tissue, it seems unlikely that it would have been able to penetrate the hard, calcified exoskeleton of trilobites. Rather, the coprolites may have been produced by different organisms, such as the trilobites of the genus Radilchia. Another suggested possibility was that Anomalocaris fed by grabbing one end of their prey in its oral cone by using its frontal appendages to quickly rock to the other end of the animal back and forth. This produces stresses that exploit the weakness of arthropod cuticles, causing the prey's exoskeleton to rupture and allowing the predator to access the innards. This behavior was originally thought to have provided an evolutionary pressure for trilobites to roll up, to avoid being flexed until they snapped. Interesting. So it would just shake the trilobite until it exploded. The lack of wear on radiodont mouthparts suggests that they did not come into regular contact with mineralized trilobite shells and were possibly better suited to feeding on smaller soft-bodied organisms by suction, since they would have experienced structural failure if they were used against the armor of trilobites. A. canadensis was suggested to have been capable of feeding on organisms with hard exoskeletons due to the short, robust spines on its frontal appendages. However, this conclusion is solely based on the comparison with the fragile frontal appendages of suspension-feeding radiodonts, e.g. Echidnacaris and Hucaris spp. The typical lack of damage to the endites on the frontal appendages of A. canadensis, with damage only present on a single specimen, suggests that they were not used to grasp hard-shelled prey. As opposed to Patoia, whose oral cone is more rectangular with short producing spines, the oral cone of A. canadensis has a smaller and more irregular opening, not permitting strong biting motions and indicating a suction-feeding behavior to suck in softer organisms. Three-dimensional modeling of various radiodont frontal appendages also suggests that A. canadensis is more capable to prey on smaller 2 to 5 centimeter in diameter active soft-bodied animals, e.g. Vetulicolian, which were a group of bilaterarian marine animals encompassing several extinct species from the Cambrian and possibly Edicarian. Okay, so they were bivalves. Okay, which those are sea cucumbers, right? Similar. No, not bivalves. There's no bivalve is not a word in this little preview. Anyway, free swimming arthropods like isoxids and Hymenocarines nectocaris, which is a little squid little guy. Okay. Bicknell et al. 2023 examined the frontal appendages of Anomalocaris, suggesting it was an active nectonic apex predator. What's nectonic? Necton or necton is an aquatic organism that can actively and persistently propel itself through a water column without touching the bottom. Nectons generally have powerful tails and appendages. Okay, so it didn't have to stop. It could just swim forever. Well, not forever, but it didn't have to touch the bottom of the ocean. Okay. Postured with the frontal appendages outstretched, Anomalocaris would have been able to swim with maximized speed, similar to modern predatory water bugs, which are the... okay. Interesting. Its eyes would be suitable to hunt prey in well-lit waters. Anomalocaris would also have hunted various free-swimming animals, since there are a large diversity of nectonic and pelagic soft-bodied animals. It probably would not have hunted benthic animals like trilobites, considering the possibility of damaging the frontal appendages on the substrate while trying to grab prey from the seafloor at speed. Instead, other animals such as other radiodonts, e.g. Herdia, Cambroraster, Titanocories, Stanleycaris, and arthropods, e.g. Sydnea, would have been benthic predators in the Burgess Shale. So benthic just means they didn't feed off the seafloor. From what I'm understanding here. Okay. Gotcha. I think. I'm probably wrong, but just trying to figure this out. All right, we're in the last section, and then we'll rate out the sucrose. Paleoecology. Specimens of Anomalocaris have been found worldwide, spanning from Cambrian Stage 3 to the Guzhangian. Aside from the Burgess Shale and Emu Bay Shale, fossils have been found in the Shenzheng Biota, Hongjingshan Formation, Belang Formation, and the Kali Formation of China, as well as the Igar Formation and Weeks Formation in the United States. Anomalocaris canadensis lived in the Burgess Shale in relatively great numbers. In the Burgess Shale, Anomalocaris is more common than the older sections. Okay. Notably the Mount Stephen trilobite bed. However, in the younger sections, such as the phyllopod bed, Anomalocaris could reach much greater sizes, roughly twice the size of its older trilobite bed relatives. These rare giant specimens have previously been referred to as separate species, Anomalocaris gigantea. However, the validity of this species has been called into question and is currently synonymized to A. canadensis. Other unnamed species of Anomalocaris live in vastly different environments. For example, Anomalocaris cf. canadensis, JS 1880, lived in the Maotianshan shales. I probably said that wrong, I'm sorry. A shallow tropical sea or river delta in what is now modern China. Anomalocaris Dalieu Emu Bay Shale lived in a comparable environment, the shallow tropical waters of Cambrian Australia. The Maotianshan Shale and the Emu Bay Shale are very close in proximity, being separated by a small landmass far from the Burgess Shale. These two locations also included Anomalocaris kunmingensis and Anomalocaris briggsii, respectively, species that previously attributed but taxonomically unlikely to be a member of Anomalocaris, nor even Anomalocaridae. And that's it. And it gives you some. See also. Maybe next time we'll read about the Cambrian explosion. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't very Christmassy. giant shrimp. But they're cool. They're so alien looking. The fact that they existed at all is nuts. Like when you think about also, like if you like look at a Spec Evo project or Spec Bio project, whatever you want to call it, and you're like, that's not realistic. Like a frog can't do. Why would a frog evolve into that? Remember, the hummingbird is a theropod dinosaur that eats nectar from flowers. And it's like the size of my thumb. That's crazy. And it's real. It's cool stuff. It's neat. Anyway. Give me a second to swap my headphones and we'll go say hi to Sucrose. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you tomorrow for some Monster Hunter. I don't know what we're going to be doing in Monster Hunter tomorrow. It might just be grinding some Ebony Odegarn parts. I'm not sure. Because I think it'd be fun to get that set of armor. But we'll see. Good night, guys. Thank you for spending time with me tonight. Thank you for listening to me ramble about D&D stuff and Anomalocaris. I had a good time today. Thank you guys for spending time with me. I appreciate you guys lots. Thank you for the raid compass. Thank you. And if I don't see you tomorrow, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate. Have a good time. Hi, Steve. I'm sorry. We're calling it. We're gonna go say hi to Sucrose, though. Good to see you, Steve. Hope you've been well, though. But good night, guys. Hi, bye. Those are cute emotes. But don't forget to brush your teeth, drink some water, eat something if you haven't yet. Stay warm. It's cold out there, guys. And have a good rest of your evening. Mwah. I love you guys lots. Thank you. See you tomorrow. And Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.